valued on their growth. Very few companies, except for BYD, are growing anywhere near as fast as Tesla, but you also get valued on your profitability. Tesla has been the most profitable auto company in the world for the last 3 or 4 years. Again, twice the profit margin that Toyota makes on every vehicle, 3 times the profit margin Volkswagen makes, 5 times the gross margins that Ford makes. So they're basically triggering a global price war. And they've already taken down prices 6 times this year already. Why? Because they can afford to. They want to take market share, and they're the only electric vehicle company in the world with production to meet demand.
Pricing is a critical factor in any business. In fact, economists stress the importance of price in determining how much of a product people will buy. This inverse relationship between price and the amount consumers are willing to buy and also are able to buy is often referred to as the law of demand. Well, that's just by the way. We're going somewhere else here though. Earlier this year, Tesla cut the price of some of its most popular electric cars by thousands of pounds in Europe and in the US, in a bid to boost customer demand, and the result of this move was quite significant. The demand for electric vehicles is highly determined by the price of these cars, amongst several other factors, including the relative prices of substitutes, as well as the relative prices of complements such as charging stations and costs of servicing new vehicles. Tesla understands the power of pricing, and has been able to use this to its advantage. Its numerous price cuts have started a price war in the EV market, leading to other electric vehicle manufacturers being stuck in the trenches as they struggle to sell more cars. Tesla's effort to cut prices has actually hit the home run and opened up more windows of opportunity for the carmaker. But that's not all. Recent news about the US Inflation Reduction Act suggests that Tesla may be up for another massive run in terms of car sales. Let's take a look.
I think Tesla has a long way to go. Tesla doesn't measure themselves to the metrics that allow us to compare them to the other OEM and car companies because they don't really care about quarterly, month over month, how many cars were delivered. They're trying to build cars as fast and as cheap as possible. And if they overproduce this quarter and underproduce next, they don't care about that. They're about bottom line efficiency, and they're about driving a lower cost so that more people can afford to own their cars. I think Tesla in the long run becomes the core infrastructure for all EVs. I can see a world where Ford F-150 Lightnings have Tesla batteries in them and Tesla chassis. And the competitive edge that these EV companies have against each other is really just tech interface and badges on the hoods and what shape their lights are. They don't really have any competitive IP when it comes to range, speed. All of that battery technology and innovation is really happening at Tesla still. So I think everyone realizes that they have to play nice there, and that Tesla could be the core infrastructure for all of this future.
Tesla's website now claims every Model 3 is eligible for the full $7,500 federal tax credit in the United States, after those credits were previously cut in half on April 18th for the entry-level standard range and long-range rear-wheel drive models. As the base Model 3 retails for $40,240, this change now means that it starts at $32,740 after federal incentives. And if it is combined with the state incentives available in many markets, it can even cost less than $30,000. Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. The electric vehicle tax credit, or the EV credit, is a non-refundable tax credit offered to taxpayers who purchase qualifying electric vehicles or plug-in hybrid vehicles. The US government recently issued a revised set of guidelines, for which electric vehicles qualify for the Federal Reserve's $7,500 EV tax credit in March, to then comply with the Inflation Reduction Act rules its president signed last year. Under the new guidelines, which went into effect on April 18th, vehicles using battery components that are 50% made or assembled in the US qualify for a tax credit of $3,750, and they can only get the full $7,500 credit if their manufacturer sources at least 40% of their critical minerals from the US or its free trade partners. There were other changes to account for, including income thresholds and price caps. How will this new change help Tesla? And what is the possibility for increased sales in the year and in the near future too? We're going to have more to come in this video, but before we get on with the rest of the video, if you like this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. The Tesla Model 3 was first introduced in 2017 and quickly gained popularity as an affordable electric vehicle option from Tesla. It is often considered a significant factor in the broader adoption of electric vehicles. The Model 3 has been well received by consumers and has achieved significant market success. In terms of sales, the Model 3 has been one of the best-selling electric vehicles globally. In 2018, it became the top-selling electric car worldwide and has maintained its position in subsequent years. The Model 3's success can be attributed to several factors, including its competitive price point, impressive electric range, cutting-edge technology, and Tesla's extensive supercharger network. The Tesla Model was the third highest-selling vehicle in Australia in January across an overall market, which was the strongest in 5 years, as global supply of new models started improving and long wait times were trimmed. In a time of the shifts in the car market, as more people think about buying an electric vehicle, the number 3 spot for a Tesla Model was the highest ever reached in Australia by a fully battery-operated electric vehicle. Tesla's price cuts of between 2.4 and 3.9% in Australia in early January, in line with the global price cuts by the electric vehicle pioneer built up by Elon Musk. It is believed that this price cut helped to boost sales in the market just like it did in Tesla's other car markets. The EV boom has drawn sales for Tesla and other EV makers in recent times. For instance, in 2021, the Tesla Model 3 topped the European model rankings in September, with 24,600 registered units, a 2.6% market share. This was the first time that an EV has led the market, and also the first time that a vehicle manufactured outside of Europe has occupied the top spot. The Model 3 has performed well in various markets around the world. In the United States, it's been one of the best-selling electric cars, surpassing both traditional gasoline-powered vehicles and other electric models. It's also seen success in Europe, particularly in countries like Norway and the Netherlands, where it's been among the top-selling cars overall. The car company recently doubled discounts on some of its already made new Model 3 electric cars, and offered discounts on the Model Y and others in its US inventory to entice buyers amid economic uncertainty, rising competition, and the upcoming redesign of its mainstay model. According to the Tesla website, in California, a Model 3 variant in inventory was priced at $42,060, with a discount of $2,680 to the price of newly ordered cars. This is double the $1,300 discount on Model 3 cars offered in the previous weeks. Tesla's market performance is subject to various factors, including competition, regulatory changes, and consumer demand. It is therefore important to pay attention to market reports in order to get the most accurate and current information regarding the automaker's market performance. Tesla this year has aggressively cut vehicle prices in many countries while facing economic headwinds, mounting competition, and rising production. It also resorted to the traditional automaker's tactic of offering incentives to clear inventory. And so, with the new EV tax credit, we can expect explosive EV sales for Tesla in the coming weeks. But what do you think? Let us know down below. And if you want to know more about what Tesla's been up to over the last few days, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. See you there.